Thanks for tuning in today. I am super excited because I know a lot of people who, when you just join OneHope and you're just like, I want to do wine. And then you're like, oh, what did I just get myself into? What am I doing? Like, okay, I wanted to do wine and I wanted to make an impact, but now what do I do? So I asked Rockstar teammate Lynlee to share with us some thoughts. She's new. She started in March. She's hit some fast start goals. She's hit all her fast start goals. She's amazing and a little rock star. So I want you to hear it from her because she's new. So she's been where you are. She's been everywhere. So definitely. And then we also have on this call too. So for those of you that don't know, Ashley Lang, who is down here too. Ashley's been with OneHope for a couple of years, but she's actually killing it right now. She's like slaying it. She's 9 months pregnant. Or 8 months pregnant. I guess you're not 9 months, right?
Almost.
She's hit some major goals this year too, and just in the last month that she's not hit sometimes before, but she's done it all too. So great advice. Dee Dee's on here as well. Dee Dee's new. She's probably has some great advice to filter into. And Stella and I are like your old school OG wine mamas on here, okay? We've been around the block for a while, so we've done this, but I want to turn it over to Lynlee so you can share with us all the good things that you have today.
Hey, so my dog is going to be a little bit obnoxious, and I'm already sorry for that. He's barked at me like 2 times now. So
no apology. It's real life. That's what happens.
This is real life. This is what happens. This is a work from home life. So I actually wrote down some notes because I have a tendency to go squirrel. So Traci, keep me in check. If I go off a little, just like tell me to stay on track and I will get myself back there. I'm really good at that. So I did get started in March. It was March 24th of this year. So I just ended my fast start and I'm really excited. I just had my very first vendor event. And since I started, so I have been with a couple other network marketing, direct sale, whatever you want to call it, companies before. And this one by far has the best community. We have a really amazing group of people, whether it's just the team, the whole entire community page is so supportive and uplifting. And if you feel like, oh gosh, just ask a question. And there are so many wonderful people who are brand new or are seasoned people in OneHope, and they're just there to help. And that's what we're all here for. And I really think that's beautiful. So that's one of my favorite things about OneHope is the community and how much we're here for each other. I have earned each milestone in my fast start. It wasn't always the easiest thing. There were times that I thought, shoot, I might not hit it this month, but I made those couple extra phone calls, or I reached out to that one extra realtor, or, I went live in my Facebook that one extra time, or I shared an extra post on Instagram. I don't know what I did, but I stayed consistent. And I think that's really the goal. Stay consistent and you will reach all of your goals.
Lynlee, while we're on fast start, can you just do a quick little do you know, right off the top of your head, the recap of what fast start is and what even your first goal is on fast start?
Okay, so I didn't have a lot of time. Well, yes, I did. I had less time than some people might. So I joined at the end of March. I had maybe a week left in March to get all of my goals. So March 24th, you have 2 weeks to get your $500 Rockstar 6-pack. It comes with this beautiful shimmer bottle and 5 other amazing bottles. I don't remember exactly what's in the pack anymore. They're definitely not here anymore. I had to taste test. So the glitter one I still do have. But it comes with 6 bottles of wine and you have 2 weeks to earn that. at the end of your first full month, this is why I didn't have that extra time. I had like an extra week, but at the end of your first full month,
you did, because your first full month. So if you join in March, your first full month is April.
right?
March is kind of like a goodbye, like a hey, lucky. So if you join at the beginning of a month, you have that full month plus 3 months to get these fast start goals, month 1, 2, and 3.
So I did it. Part of me, because I almost joined a week before I joined, and I thought, well, I could have had a whole extra week to get this whatever, but to get my first fast start, and I didn't. I signed up when I signed up, and I'm happy that I did. I got my fast start 100, so I sold $1,000 in my first full month at the end of April. It was just over my 1,000. And that's cumulative. So whatever you hit from, the beginning of your month, say you joined today, it's July 19th. If you join today, you have all of July and August to make $1,000, which is pretty awesome.
Yeah.
It's a lot of time.
It is a lot of time.
It seems like a lot, but it's really not.
And that's actually, and so just to digress for a second, the $1,000 is actually in retail sales too. So it's not based on the other commissionable volume, which is PCV, but so you're like, one wine tasting will get you pretty much to about $1,000 in sales, pretty close to that. Plus your wine add-on kit when you join counts towards your as well. So yeah.
So yep, you get that Big Daddy kit, and part of that goes right into your PCV. So you're not only getting 6 bottles plus a wine kit, but you're getting money back. So it's a no-brainer. The Fast Start 200, you sell $2,000 by your second month, and you get a $200 bonus. Pretty awesome. Again, that's cumulative. So that's from the day you start, and then your first full month and your second full month. So then the third one, your Fast Start 300, by your third full month, you'll get a $300 bonus check once you sell a cumulative $3,000. So if you knock out that Rockstar kit in your first 2 weeks, you're already halfway there. You're doing it. You're here, you're doing the dang thing. Get that first 100. Don't leave free money. Don't leave free wine on the table. It's there. I love it. Oh my God. They make it so easy for you. And really the support system is there. If you have any questions, just shoot it into the community page and you have your help. It's amazing. And same with Team Zenit. Like, I've never been on a team like this. It's amazing.
We're all here to help. We're here for.
We're all here to help. So when I first got my kit, what I did was I got my kit, but I also ordered 11 bottles of wine. So I had 23 bottles of wine show up in one day. Hey, right? I had 2 giant boxes show up to my door, and I took a picture, and I got really excited, and I shared it, and my family and friends were excited, and I said, I'm going live on my Facebook. Let's do this. So I opened up my boxes and I took them out one by one, and I shared, and I said, this is what this is. And I shared the tasting notes. And then at the end, I opened one of them up. I said, let's give one a try. And it was one that we don't have anymore. It was the Reserve Muscat. It was tasty. I got orders that night because they were excited for me. They saw all these different wines. Even if I had 6, it doesn't matter. I opened up my wine and I shared it with my friends and family, and they said, wow, this is super cool. We love wine, but let's at least chat and ask some questions while you're live. That was really cool. So that was the way that I kicked it off. Shared it on Instagram, but that was like my initial, let's go here. People don't buy the brand necessarily. They buy you. They love you. They want to support you. They buy the wine because it's amazing. They're going to buy it anyways, but they're going to buy through you because they want to support you. And that's huge. And that was the reason why I wanted to rebrand myself. When I just had my vendor event, not yesterday, Saturday. It's been a long weekend. I introduced myself as an independent contractor. So kind of like a realtor, as Traci said to me one time, and this stuck with me and it resonated with me, and I think it's going to forever. With OneHope, we're just like a realtor. We have to go out, we have to find our clients, we have to find the people who want to host parties with us, we have to find the people who we want to sell to and who are the right person for us to talk to and have on our team. And it's really important that we're not just, giving information, willy-nilly. We want the right people to be with us because we don't want to waste their time and we don't want to waste our time. So I've rebranded myself as an independent contractor who works with OneHope to share wine and to give back. I don't like to use MLM, direct sales, or network marketing when discussing OneHope, just because that there's such a stigma behind it. And when I was calling people back about the OneHope business opportunity, I got some really good feedback. I got some people who were interested. I'm a little upset they're not on this call, but that's okay. I called them today, so short notice. But I'm getting really good feedback about, hey, this might be fun. What do you have to do? Different things like that. So I really think that it's the way you present it. It's the way you present yourself. It's the way you carry yourself. So yeah, it might be a side hustle. It might be, direct sales. And it is network marketing, and that's totally fine. But I think some people just have this really yucky stigma about it, and they think you're just going to spam them and cold message them and just be down their throat about it. So I just updated the way I talk about it, and it seems to be going well. So I'm going to stick with it.
Yeah, I love that because I think that's totally true. And when people, I think we're so new in the wine space doing this. There's a couple other wine companies that do this as well. But normally when a alcohol beverage company goes and does an event or something like that, the person who's there is like a paid promotional person. And, we've all been to the bars and the restaurants where, the guys and girls are walking around with shots, giving out information, or at the grocery store. Those are like promotional people. Like, that's why it's good to say, still use the terms cause entrepreneur because that links back to the website. So like your personal branding should say that. But when you let them know that, oh, I'm an independent rep with OneHope, I'm a cause entrepreneur, that puts a different spin in their mind. And then they're like, oh, okay. They may go down that, oh, you're an MLM road, but they may not either. And two, and then that's always going to be something that people are going to be like, oh, yes, I want to work with you, or no, I don't want to work with you on that because of that. But once they really find out about OneHope and what we do and what our whole mission is and how we give back, then it's kind of a game changer, actually. It really, really is.
Yeah, yep, definitely lead with the give back. I mean, people love that, especially at this day and age. Our generation is huge on the give back. So anytime I brought that up I'm going to keep bringing up the vendor event because it's so new and a lot of it's fresh in my mind, and the reactions are so they're vivid. I said, I just want you to know that, in our 14 years, we just had our birthday last month, and we've hit over $7 million in charitable donations. And so many eyes lit up thinking, that's incredible. And it really hit me again how incredible our company is and what we're doing and the impact that we're making. I'm about to tear up thinking about it because their reactions were seriously they were so thankful and so just not mesmerized, but they were just, they were in it. They were here for it. Yes, it was just a powerful moment every time I got to say it. Wow, that's a lot. That's incredible. I said, yeah, it's pretty great. Let's donate to your cause. Write it down. And then put your information on there. So that was huge. Another reason I wanted to do this huge event, and we had 4,500 people come to this event. Amazing. And the reason why I thought it was so important to get out there is networking and getting out of your circle. Get out of your circle. I can't stress that enough. Your circle will help you, but only to a certain extent. They might buy a bottle or two from you, or, they might, help you out and do a tasting. Your network, your outside network, your friends' friends, and then the friends that you gain from those parties and the contacts that you get from vendor events, if you want to pursue that route, they're going to get you more sales, more leads, potential, new CEs later down the line if they host a tasting and then decide, wait a second, this is awesome. That extended network is going to help you grow. You want to keep having people in your circle. So that's huge. And get uncomfortable. That's where you grow. You grow outside of your comfort zone. You know how uncomfortable it was for me today making all these phone calls to people, but I talked to a guy. I don't call people, first of all. I'm like, no, shoot me a text. I'm good. Like, that's who I am. Sometimes I don't even answer when my mom calls. So I'm like, what do I do? Like, I don't want to. So I love my mom. But I picked up the phone and I talked to some people for 10 plus minutes today on the phone about the opportunity. And they were genuinely interested, wanting more information. And I said, why have I not been just open to this before? So get out of your comfort zone, make those phone calls, just talk to people, talk to realtors. That is my biggest thing that I'm uncomfortable with. Sometimes I don't know how to talk completely professionally. And I work for a bank, so I can get on the phone and use my professional voice. But when I get really excited about something, I'm just, oh my gosh, and guess what? Like I can't talk like that to realtors. I have to just like put on my professional pants or something and, snap out of it. I'm learning how to do that. But that's my comfort zone, is the excitement and woo. So get out of your comfort zone, learn a new skill, maybe, of knowing how to speak on the phone.
But I think that's good too, because if you're not excited about it, then why should they be excited about it?
Right.
Why would somebody else be excited, like, if you're not? Like, when you show your genuine enthusiasm, and I mean it not like giggly girl way, but you know what I mean? You're just like, this is like really cool, and this would go really well, especially when you're talking about real estate and realtors, and be like, you can do these custom bottles. And for those of you that are listening that don't know what we're talking about, we have shimmer bottles that you can, this is a blank one. I took my own label off at home so I could use it as a prop. They can customize their information that's on here. So it's such a great tool and a marketing tool for real estate agents and other people too. Like people have done them for their birthdays, for their anniversaries, for their wedding, for their, baby arrivals, all that kind of stuff. People do them for everything. But if you're not excited about it and you're not going to share that information, then why would they be excited about it? And two, it's not like and what I don't want anybody to do is to be like, hey girl, hey, I see that you are drinking wine and you should join my team, because that's what gives direct sales a bad name.
Yep.
You have to create that community and create that connection first. And even if it's a friend from high school that you haven't seen for long, I've never asked any of my friends from high school to join my wine team. They all buy wine from me maybe once a year if it's, they want to, but I don't pressure them, because I know, just like you said, like, my friends are my friends, and I go outside of my network. Most of my sales, most of everything I have comes from other people.
Yeah. I started getting myself in the mindset too of being my own customer. So like, what do I want to see? And obviously I know. So I have a friend from high school that bought from me, and I talked to her about like, oh, I'm just working really hard to make OneHope my full-time thing. And she knows I sell wine. I don't have to shove it down her throat. I don't have to talk to her about it all the time. And I can tell her like my success. I can tell her how I'm doing, but she bought from me. She knows what the wine is like. I don't have to keep pushing her. I don't have to keep talking about it to her in asking for a sale, because she already knows where she can go when she wants it.
Yeah.
And that's the big thing too, that with that bad stigma that they get is, oh my gosh, I don't want to talk to her because all she's going to want to talk about is buying something. Like, I don't want to buy something right now. So I think that's where I'm trying to like reel a lot of people in too, is just be a human.
Yep.
Be a human being. The best person I think right now that I follow on Instagram is Colleen Nichols with the No Shame Sales Game. And she does direct sales group. Direct sales growth community. That's what it's called. And that's her brand. And she talks about being a human. Just be a human. And that's it. And I think that's so amazing. And it's really helped me with making these phone calls today. I'm just trying to be a human. Hey, I don't know if you remember me or not, but I just wanted to talk about, OneHope a little bit. And I know you checked off XYZ. I see that you loved, the causes you were passionate about were animals and the environment. Those are some really great things that we love to give back to. So if I could help set up a tasting for you, I'd love to do that. Give me a call back and I'd love to set something up. Like,
Yep, I think that's awesome too, because I don't always make phone calls either, but I know when I do call people and when people call me, I like to put that connection to it. It puts the voice back into it. Now, if you follow up with an email and your picture's in there, and your information's in their email, then it's like, oh, okay, they kind of have that little connection, and people want the connection. And like you said before, they need to connect with you, and then they're gonna be like, all right, I might buy from this person, or I might host a tasting. So
yep.
Yeah.
So the other, I've done a couple trainings, and I try not to overwhelm myself with trainings. I've actually taken a little break from a few, but there's one also that I watched recently. And she talked about having an unmanaged mind. It's not necessarily that you have ADD or anything like that, but it's that we're programmed to have this fight or flight. And we're also programmed, like, if something's not working, just go to the next thing. So I'm really working on the manage your mind aspect of her training, which was stop, slow down. Don't just fight or flight, or what was it? Fight, flight, or freeze. And she talks about how sometimes people will just freeze in their business and not want to do anything because they got to know. So that's something that I've seen a lot as well. And I'm guilty. I've done it in the past. I've done it in the past, not with OneHope, but with another one, actually with both of the other ones. But yeah, she talks about just managing your mind and making sure that you have a task, just follow through with it and just slow down if you need to. You don't have to hustle necessarily. She actually doesn't like the word hustle because it's sort of that short-term mentality. And she wants you to think long-term, think for the year. Why are you thinking for the next 30 days? Well, how is the next 30 days going to help you next year? Think full term, or not full term. I'm thinking about pregnancy over here. You see that?
Well, and that's so true. So like today on Gather to Grow, which if you guys aren't watching Gather to Grow every Tuesday night, on the community page, or it comes in your email in the Vine, go to the Gather to Grows to watch them. They are amazing. And tomorrow you're going to want to be on Gather to Grow, and Thursday you're going to want to be on the special happy hour with the founders, because it's going to be fun. We're going to talk Olympics, and we're going to launch some fun little something going on with the Olympics that start on Friday night. But back to what they were talking about, it was somebody asked, like, oh, I see all these people that are like, they want to quit within the first 30 days. And it's like, you're planting a seed. Nothing happens in 30 days. Like, what do you think is going to happen? Like, it's kind of like managing your expectations, like you're talking about, like slow and grow works best. some people have a lot of success sometimes in their 30 days. There's people that have hit director within 30 days because they've had team members join and team members have team members, and that's great, and they're still flourishing. But that doesn't have to be you. Know what it is that you want. And also, you guys have seen all the memes on the internet. You've seen all this stuff that says, what if you would have started this a year ago, where would your life would have been? If you would have started this 3 months ago, where would your life would have been? And what do you want to do? So I don't know, Lynlee, what your goal was. If you want to share, what was your why for starting, and what's your why for continuing, and has your why changed?
Well, my why for starting was free wine. I mean, right off the bat, my thought was, okay, I had a tasting last year, and I did the tasting just to kind of see, do I like the wine? Is it the right quality? Is it worth the price point? Is it worth trying to sell it? Here I am. Yes, yes, and yes. So my why initially for starting was to make a little bit extra income and earn some free wine, and maybe do wine dinners. My boyfriend's a chef. So that was a fun thought for us, was to do wine dinners. My why now is hugely to be the next Jess Landau. And she's incredible. I don't know who is watching this that might know her even a little bit. She's amazing. She is a mom, 2 kids. She's got this new baby. She's precious, but she's killing it. 5 years and she's the top. She's at the top. So,
and just,
I don't know.
And just so you know too, so I've known Jess for a while. So we all were at not a retreat, but we all were brought in at a certain time when we switched to the comp plan that we have today. And there was a lot of stuff too that like we were like, oh, we're not sure about this, but you know what? Do we have belief in the company? Yes, we do. Do we have belief in the quality of the wine? Yes, we do. Do we have belief in this? Yes, we do. Do I have maybe the belief of somebody else? I might not, but you know what? I'm going to borrow their belief. So that's her thing too. Like she worked a lot, and she literally offers the program and to have everybody join her team like all the time. And I want you to be the next Jess. So let's get you there.
I just think she's wonderful. I really love watching. So she's a human being, and that's so beautiful to look up to. I watch her Instagram. She is like #1 on my stories because I make sure that if she's not right there, I'll search her and make sure, like, am I missing something? Nope. But I just make sure that I'm trying to like not follow exactly what she does. But, you know, she posts about when she gets a new teammate and she's excited, and she posts about when her daughter turns 5 months, and when, you know, she has these little tiny things happen just in her personal life. And her husband is so funny, and she'll post the most funny, like he'll try to do a TikTok dance and she posts that. I'm like, so you're just posting your real life, and OneHope is your real life, but it's also your business. And I admire that. So that's not just my why right now. I don't just want to be Jess Landau. She's incredible, yes. But I also want to make this my full-time job. My desk job kind of has been talking about having us come back to the office, and my sweatpants tell me no. They're comfortable on my body, and they don't want to be shoved back in the drawer to only be worn for a few hours at night. So I'm kind of feeling that. I like the leggings lifestyle, and yeah, I don't know. So I'm happy. I think I can do way better with OneHope than I could at my desk job. I believe in myself that I have the ability to go further and make more with OneHope than I can at my desk job. So I've been at my desk job for 2.5 years.
That's awesome. And you can. I mean, the proof is out there. And it does take, you know, that commitment and like you're saying, and that dedication, but it definitely does. And I think Ashley would probably be right there with you too, to stay at home with little baby Olivia or Ophelia when she comes into the world. Right, Ashley? I just kind of threw her on the spot there.
I know.
Yeah, no, I'm definitely a busybody, so I can't see myself not working. But if I can spend more time with her when she's here, that would be lovely. Like, I can't imagine anything better. So
Yeah, that's what I would think too for you moms. It's like so great to be with your children, right? And to be around them. And so it's so fun. And I've loved watching your journey, Ashley, your pregnancy. And I just can't wait for the little baby to be here too. We get to see little babies. We need to have like a little baby meetup. And I'm going to be the auntie to everyone, just so you know. So Lynlee, I know you have to go because you get to go have a special little happy hour with who tonight?
Yes, I do. I got my my Fast Start 300, and that's what this kudos call is for. So I'm about to probably cry and fangirl really hard talking to Mari. I was talking to my boyfriend about it the other day, and I was like, I'm gonna fangirl really hard. He's like, yeah, I know. You're her fangirl. I get it. He made fun of me, but well, she does a great job. She's like this, she's a superstar. I love her. I don't know her, but I love her.
That's awesome. And she is a superstar. And I'm so excited that that you earned this kudos. So you get to go on a special Zoom call with her, because it wasn't everybody that earned it. It was, you had to hit certain levels. So who knows how many people are going to be on there, but that's really cool to, have that time with Mari, and she's always transferring some great information. And so,
Yeah, I do love that that's their new thing now too. When you're fast start, so you get those little kudos calls in your fast start when you meet certain goals. And that is so uplifting and helpful for people to like keep going. It's nice. It's a nice little incentive to make an impact.
Yeah, it definitely is. So thank you for sharing all of your hints and tips about, getting started. And getting started, I think, is the big thing.
Yeah.
Ashley, do you have anything to add to that? Like, you've been a cause entrepreneur for a while, and have hit like SCE and some other levels too. So it's like, if you want, share with us your experience too, and how you were like out and then you came back in, and like what your plans are.
yeah, so I think that the biggest thing that's helped me is just being consistent, not giving up. I mean, yeah, there's been times where things have been slow, but not giving up and just keep on being at it, so that people do see that you're not giving up, that you're passionate about it, that it's something that you really care about. Because I think you mentioned this, Lynlee, like people can buy whatever they want to buy, but they're going to buy from you because they want to buy from you. So I think that's been my biggest thing. And also pushing myself out of my comfort zone. I've been going to a lot of networking events, and that's been great because it's not just my usual customer base they're my friends and family are going to buy from me because they care about me. But whenever you step outside your comfort zone and you start having people that you don't know buy from you and start booking tastings with you, it opens up a whole new world to new opportunities. So I think that's been my biggest help.
You don't know.
Yeah.
I love watching networks grow.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So do I. It makes me so excited when your networks grow and your teams grow, because I want to be like Jess, and I want to be like shouting out everybody too and being like, hey, look, new teammate, like all this.
Yeah,
so
she just had dinner with Shelby and Olivia, and I like tripled my fangirl, like almost tears. I'm like, they're amazing.
You're right there too. I
want to be best friends with them.
You don't think that you're not, because you totally are. Okay, you're there too.
I'm ready to sit. I'm ready to sit at their table. That's why I want to watch people who are miles ahead of me, so I can see, okay, where can I get? What's my next goal? What is my potential? And there's no limit to your potential with OneHope. You can literally be just Landau, and your income can make your life completely different. So,
and
I'm here for it.
And just like side note, my little personal story. So I started with OneHope October 2014. I built a team. My mom got sick in October of 2018. Had I not already had my OneHope team in place, I would not have been able to go fly back and to be with her for our last Thanksgiving, our last Christmas, which of course at that time I didn't know it was going to be our last of any of that. But knowing that she had cancer, it, I knew that it could have been. So I wanted to make sure that I was there. I did work part-time. I still do work part-time at a school, but it also gave me the realization that, you know what? I don't want to work a 9 to 5 where I have to be and I have to say, no, sorry, mom, I can't make it back for that because, I mean, that would have broke my heart. Like, there's no way that I wouldn't have done that. And then when it got to the point where, I mean, I was back there every like 4 weeks, 3 weeks. She was in the hospital for, there's a whole long story about that. But I literally dropped everything in the month of May and went back there until the end of July. And I was supposed to speak at Crush that year. She passed away 2 weeks before Crush in Nashville. And I was like, I'm not going to just leave her memorial and go there because I need to spend this extra time with my family. But OneHope was great about that. Again, had I not already built up a team and a business and people like Stella or Kelly Smith on the team or other people to like help out, it might not have been possible, but I was still able to pay my bills, do what I needed to do, and have that freedom and that flexibility. So it really can work for you how you want it to work for you. So that's just another side of it as well. So Hi Stella, I see you popped on. Do you need to go, Lynlee? You can jump off so you can go get on your fangirl call with Marty. I don't want to keep you from that at all.
Yeah, I'm really cool. For a little bit, but thank you for allowing me to host. I'm incredibly honored that you asked me. So
you are welcome. I'm incredibly honored that you're in our team and that you're a little rock star. So keep going.
Thanks. I'm working on getting a couple more. So stay tuned.
Awesome.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Stella, I saw you popped on. Any advice?
Yeah, I just kind of thought about what you said, because for me, even this year, I had a couple things going on. I came in hot and heavy and then kind of like slow down a little bit. And you were like, it's your business. You can work at your own pace. And you do the best that you can. Were you going to say something, Ashley?
Nope.
Oh, okay. I'm like,
Disagreeing.
okay. But it's basically like, you become like a celebrity in your own backyard. So I think I kind of mentioned that on the call yesterday where I kind of reached out to friends. I have nonprofit organizations, and that's kind of how I got going last year. And every month I basically highlighted their business, and that was very beneficial for me to like just kind of get the word out. And then all of a sudden people start ordering. So people will buy because of you. If they know that you are worth it and you stand behind your brand, and it's not that you're just being like kind of cheesy, like you're very sincere about it, and they see the effort, you will, believe it or not, you will get repeat customers coming back and forth, and then also forwarding your information for other events. So that's what really has helped me the most. Word of mouth.
Yeah, word of mouth and networking. I mean, like Lynlee said it, Ashley said it, and Ashley's done a lot of networking and a lot of events this last month, and it's really cute. She had someone film a video of her that turned out really great. That was like super fun. Just sharing what it is that she does. While we're on that tip too about video, if you are not doing video on social media, especially Instagram, you need to start. Instagram has changed a lot of the things that they're doing. So your videos will be seen more than some of your static posts because it's now not a photo sharing app, but they're the videos. And if you do a reel, like if you haven't gotten into reels, take a quick little reels course. There's a person in Virginia Kerr that I follow on Instagram who's amazing and does all these cute little like videos on how to do a reel. It's super good. It will get you traction. I did one the other day. I did one of my dog that got 11,000 views in a matter of like, I don't remember how, it was probably like 2 days. I did one the other day about how I turn wine into money. Oh, which you can't see. If you hear that, but I just did this the other day. I posted it on Saturday morning and it has 11,000 views on it. So it used,
Yeah, I saw that with the wine glass and you had the dollar bills in the glass.
it used a trending song. And that's what helped get it up there too. So you have to use one of the songs that are trending on the reels, but it's just so easy to do. And there's so many different things. It's kind of like so easy. You're like, don't know where to begin because it's so easy. But the thing is too, it's like, just begin, just do it. And also I know the Olympics are coming and I'm sure that we're going to be doing something really fun. And if OneHope isn't it, our team is going to be, because I'm gonna try to have us do something. And I'm gonna be calling on each of you to make me a video and send it to me so I can splice it together into a reel for us. So we'll do our, ooh, I have a really good idea. I gotta plan it out though now, so then I'll send it to you. That'll be really good. Okay, gotta write it down because it's so good. I'm gonna miss it. Okay. Okay, got my idea. Does anybody else have any other hints and tips for people getting started? Because that's what our call was about tonight, like getting started as a CE.
Well, I know because we are coming out of COVID, and I just had a call with someone. We were doing a lot of virtual calls, but now that we're coming out of COVID, making yourself, present, being aware of what your products are. Also, like letting people know that if they want to order for their events or parties, to order the wine, not just show up with the wine and expect to buy it off of you. So understanding the like code of ethics that OneHope has to offer, like you don't sell from your on site. We have to ship directly to you. We don't do that. So just being very clear with that, because people will kind of work you if you allow them to.
Just a caveat on that. That's not a COVID thing. That's a OneHope thing standard. We do not cash and carry alcohol. That is illegal. That will get you in trouble with your state alcohol beverage control board. It'll get OneHope in trouble as well. So do not sell wine, hand somebody a bottle of wine and take cash for it at an event, ever, ever. Okay, go ahead, Stella. Sorry, I had a caveat in there.
No, that's fine. But I did tell her, if what you can do is like, because a lot of people may not financially be able to like afford to have like an event or have the bottles of wine with the tasting kits, you can have a tasting kit for display. So that way people can see it. And then if you would like to like maybe raffle it, you can possibly raffle it as a giveaway, but you always try to have the person, whoever's hosting it, at least order it, the tasting kit, so that way they can have it to sample for people or give a ticket or something. Because sometimes people, they don't know what you like. They'll just try to like, I don't know. People are not always like on the up and up.
Wait, can I have you just clarify what you're saying again? Because I got confused. And be very careful about the word raffle with wine too, because you cannot raffle wine. You as the cause entrepreneur cannot raffle wine. If the host buys something and wants to give it away, they can do that, but not us. Yeah.
Right.
But so anyway, go back to what you're talking about.
So for example, someone wants you to come and they want you to host an event, whether it's virtual or in person, but they don't want to buy the wine in advance, but they want you to bring wine. It doesn't work that way. You have to like, they have to purchase it so that way you can have it on display.
Oh yeah, so typically when people are going to host a wine tasting, the host is responsible for purchasing a wine for their event. Now, however, there are options where we can earn free event kits to use for hosts. I just say be very cautious about what host you're giving that to, because your host still has to have skin in the game, so to speak. So they will invite the right guests to the wine tasting and not just think, I'm getting a free wine tasting. Those are the, my event kits are ones that I typically end up giving to a nonprofit. So they're inviting people to their event. So in turn, they're going to make some more money from that event and not output the money. Yeah.
And so that basically like understanding how that works, understanding what going through the back office, understanding how events work, knowing that 10% is given back to the charity of the choice, and OneHope mails out the check, you don't mail it out. So that's one of the good things. So people, when you tell people that, they often will appreciate that because they're like, oh good, I don't have to worry about inventory. I don't have to worry about having to mail out a check. Everything is done directly through OneHope.
Yeah, very great information on that, Stella. That's good to highlight too, because a lot of people don't know that. So that's good. I did just record a little video before we jumped on the Zoom too about how to do events, how to open an event, and how to start sharing it. I'm a person too who likes to take things like methodically, like, okay, I'm opening an event. I'm going to tell you how to close it, how to do that yet, because you know what? You need to get sales in there before you do that. So it's like, don't worry about that step until you've done this step first. So that's, super helpful on that side of things as well. The help center in the back office, when you log in to onehopewine.com and you log into your CE dashboard, over on the left-hand side or the little hamburger menu, there is a help center. The index through the help center is literally your best friend. If you're gonna spend time looking at something, look at the index, and you can kind of see there's a fast start guide in there that you should print out. It is 150% worth the ink that you need to print out those 2 pages that gets you through fast start and tells you what your goals are. Fill them out, take a picture of it, and send it to your mentor so they can keep on track with you as well. There's some other great information back there, like how to host a wine tasting, the winemaker's notes and the wine note cards. Those are also great. They update that information on there often. There's a featured wine list every month that tells you what the new wines are. And first and foremost, onehopewine.com, you don't need to log into it. OneHopeWine.com is the customer forward facing site. That is where all of your information is at. It is clean, it is concise, it tells you exactly what is what. Look at what the wine club is, look at what the information under join is. Literally all your answers to your questions will probably be there. Hi, Angelica.
Hi.
Hi. Ashley, when you joined OneHope, did you know all the information about the wine before you started?
No, I knew the only thing I knew about wine, much less OneHope wine, was that I liked it. So it's been a complete learning experience. And that's what I like to tell people who I'm trying to entice to join, is that, you don't have to know anything. All the resources are totally available for you. Everything you need to know is at your fingertips.
Yep, 100%. And
That's a very good thing. Yeah.
It's at your fingertips and it's at your taste.
Yep.
And then also remember, sorry, Tracy.
Oh, no, what were you gonna say, Stella?
No, I said also remembering why you joined. Like, why did you want to be a part of OneHope? Not just because you wanted the free wine or you wanted to, like, there has to be a reason why you wanted to be a part of the company.
Yeah, that's totally true. So Angelica, when did you join OneHope?
Last month.
Awesome. Well, what have you done so far? What questions do you have? You have a bunch of people right here at your service that can answer some questions for you.
So I've actually been doing pretty well until July hit. Just because I had new customers, I hosted an in-person wine tasting, which was pretty good. But now, it's just my close friends in a circle. I had created a Facebook group, and that really helped. I hit my 600 PVC goal.
in 2 weeks. So that was pretty cool.
Ooh, yeah.
And I've only had a couple sales, but it's stopped. So I guess that's just my next thing is what do I do from there? Because I feel like I was posting every day on my social media. I was doing recipes. I was showing them the sales. I also made a video going over my packaging when I got it. And they seem to like that, but then I haven't heard anything since. I have reached out to some people, but I think I know like close people have said the pricing was what kind of pushed them away a little bit, but then I brought up, it's not just the pricing, we're donating to fundraisers. We're doing it for a cause. So, and you get great wine. But I guess I'm kind of just stuck now.
So I would totally keep doing what you're doing. Like keep on posting, doing all the stuff you're doing, and people will see your consistency and they'll appreciate that and they'll want to continue buying from you. And it'll like the word of mouth will grow. People will start telling, others about you, and just don't give up.
Okay, thank you. I
And then
mean,
I
yeah,
also,
I'm just doing it for fun. I'm a stay-at-home mom with my little boy, so right now it's just for fun. But eventually I want it to grow into something bigger than that. So I'm just trying to get all the ideas I can for now.
Yeah, so this is the time actually that you're planting the seeds. July sometimes can be a little slow month because people are on vacation, people are doing this, there's all that kind of stuff. It doesn't have to be slow, so don't let me scare you off. It doesn't have to be. You're literally planting your seeds all the time. We talked about that earlier in the call, so I don't know if you were on then. You can go back and watch the beginning of this call too. But what Ashley said, like keep doing what you're doing. Consistency is the key. And that's also key with, I think, a lot of people, like we talked briefly about people who get into network marketing. They're all like gung ho, gung ho, gung ho, when they stop doing it. So then people are like, oh, well, if you're not going to do this for the long run, why am I going to support you? You know what I mean? Like a lot of people think that too.
Yeah, definitely keep your posting up, and like, because the more people see that you're consistent with it, they'll appreciate that. And like, for example, like I have a Facebook group, and I had just a post today about sparkling wines, and I didn't even know this girl at my office job was following my Facebook page. She came up to me and she was like, I saw your post. Is your Moscato good? And I was like, yes. And she was like, I'm gonna order some right now. So I didn't even know she was following me. I had no clue. So just the more you're doing it and the more people see that you're posting that it's something you care about, they're gonna follow.
Okay. I also had another question. I'm in Colorado, so we have a lot of bridal showers going on. And then I also have a farmer's market in my town that's going on. Is there something, have you ladies ever worked with any of that? Do I need to do something? Do I need like a license, or should I check that with my state?
So Colorado is an interesting state. There's a lot of places you cannot in Colorado. So if they have an alcohol license, you can't pour there, just so you know. So typically what we do too in farmers markets probably won't let you pour, and they might not let you be there because you don't actually make the wine, like you're not going to import it. So it just kind of depends on what their stipulations are. I would look for smaller craft shows, vendor events, search Facebook for events coming up in your neighborhood. Little store openings. There is a big presence of OneHope in Colorado. Not by no means to like carry you up, but there's as soon as they have an meeting, I'll connect you there so you can go and meet with other people. Always actually mark your calendar for October 8th and 9th. There's something happening in the Denver area. So we're on the weekend on that.
No, that would be helpful. Thank you.
Yeah. Dee Dee, you have your hand up. What can I help you? And you're muted.
Hi, everyone. I'm just putting together an event. I actually had an event planned for this Sunday, but I only got like one confirmation. So I decided to postpone it because I didn't want to open 6 bottles of wine for one person. And what I've come up with to replace it with is pups and Prosecco. So I am going to do like a bubbly wine event in my yard next Sunday, and you're allowed to bring your dogs. So I'm going to market to people with dogs, and we're going to do Prosecco, and I'm going to serve Prosecco chillers, which I actually did for a different event a couple of years ago, which is like a scoop of sorbet with Prosecco on top. And it's like a fun slushy, cocktail for a hot summer day. So I just thought that that was a fun, and the nonprofit is an animal rescue. So I just thought that was like a fun event, because it's kind of hot. I don't like to drink red wine when it's too hot outside. Yeah. So maybe think of some fun themes for the summer. You can do.
Olympics are coming. The Olympics are coming. I'm saying this for a reason.
Okay. Oh, okay. What's the reason?
You'll find out when you tune in to Gather to Grow tomorrow night.
Okay, great. And I would say, Angelica, like keep reaching out to people. And when there's sales, I send emails out, especially to my clients that order a lot of wine. And I encourage them to buy cases, especially when there's sales, because they get 20% off for a case and then they're going to get the sale price. So that is really helping with my volume.
Okay.
But I would say I have a lot of work to do too with organizing all my contacts and like setting up a proper social media marketing strategy. But yeah, the consistency is key, and think of some fun events that are going to get people excited to want to join you.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, I second that. Sending thank yous to people. Like I'm a stink for snail mail. I love mails in the mail. So I always send people, I have a postcard that I made, and I just send people postcards and I tell them thank you. And people seem to like really appreciate that. So showing your appreciation to people is key.
Okay.
Yep.
Awesome.
Did you get that package from me?
What'd you say?
Did you get a package from me?
Yeah, I can send it to you.
No, did you get a package from me?
Oh, no, I didn't.
Traci, it's hard to hear you.
Yeah.
It's kind of cut down a little bit.
Oh, I'm sorry. Has it been hard to hear me the whole time?
That's okay.
No, like
we can hear you now.
And it's hard to hear you, and it's hard to see Ashley.
Oh.
I'm in a dark room right now. Sorry.
Yeah. All right. Well, this has been a really fun conversation. I love the conversation. I love the hints and tips and all that stuff that we have going on. This is live in our Facebook group. I'll also post it to YouTube and send it out to everybody. But definitely, Angelica, are you in our Facebook group?
Yes.
Okay, so you can go back after this is posted and watch the beginning of it, because there's a lot of good hints and tips in there too that Lynlee shared as well. Okay. Thank you all for jumping on. I'm looking so forward to seeing each and every one of you grow and continue to grow. So, and if I can help you in any way, shape, or form, please email me. You have Stella on the team. You also have Edie and Lynlee and Ashley and a lot of people that are in our Facebook group, or you just met them tonight and you chatted with them. Maybe something resonated and you're like, hey, you know what, Edie, I like that puppy idea. Like, send her a DM on Facebook and, ask her and brainstorm. Like, brainstorm with her. So let's put things out on our team and get the conversation going. That's the best way to do it. And I don't know why I hear static on my computer now too.
Yeah, we can't hear you that well. My internet just went out for a little bit. I think because of the heat, like.
Oh, maybe I hear it. It's all staticky on my side too. I can hear it. So anyway, I'm gonna sign off so we can go. Oh, Stella, were you gonna say something? Sorry.
No, I was just gonna say thank you very much. You did get a little echoey at the end, but I think when you get a little closer, you can hear you.
Okay. Good.
But I just was gonna say, you know, stay consistent. Consistency is key. And for those people who are not happy necessarily with the cost, just say you get the VIP experience and you get me as your sales rep. So whenever you need anything, that's a priceless experience.
Awesome. Okay. Thank you, ladies.
Thank you, Angelica, for joining in, and have a great night, and we'll talk to you all soon.
You too.
Cheers.